Hi, this is video 2. I'm supposed to feel like butter right now, and I don't.
Why don't you feel like butter?
I don't. I have really bad ankle mobility in one leg.
So, funny that he's sitting in that position, so am I. I actually feel like unsalted butter.
Challenger butter or Kerrygold?
Kerrygold.
Okay, Kerrygold.
Totally Kerrygold.
Goat's butter?
No. I've never,
Great
stuff.
tried it.
Okay, noted. So, everybody, this position is called the plantar flexion position of your ankle.
And it feels so bad.
And this is how you test it. Put your knees together, tops of your feet are flat on the ground, and you sit back on your heels. And it should feel easy. And so Shane can actually get in that position, but it feels kind of funky on which leg?
All right.
His right leg.
Yeah.
So this is the one position, you know, that there's 2 positions that you want to be able to test to see if you have adequate ankle mobility, and this is one of them. So we're going to test the other position, which is called the dorsiflex position. So I'm going to demonstrate on the rig.
Perfect.
In my perfect catch position.
Right.
So in my practice, and as a coach as well, and we were talking about this, the ankle mobility is a big issue for people, because if you don't have good ankle mobility, just like in a squat, the next joint that's going to be affected is your knee, which is a common injury in rowing, and then the next joint that will be affected is your hips and low back. So if you run out of ankle room, you're going to round your low back. So that pooping dog that we don't want to see.
And when that comes to, like, when I as a coach am seeing that, the things that I'm thinking about are that this is going to deviate from your ability to put out on the machine. It's going to cause a disconnect in your ability to connect as you're driving through the stroke. So it's critical, because if you're missing that ankle flexion, right, that dorsiflexion in the foot, in the ankle, then you're not going to be able to get into that ideal catch position, which means, right, if you miss the catch, you miss the stroke, therefore we will miss the catch. You're not going to be able to load as well as you could, which means you're going to be missing power on the machine.
Right. So the way we test if we have good ankle mobility is, one, can you get in a pistol position? But let's quantify it. So I'm here, my shins are vertical. Let's put a PVC pipe, line it up with the rig, which would be technically the ground. And can PVC pipe sit 4 inches in front of so it's sitting on my knee. Can the PVC pipe sit 4 inches in front of my toe? Okay? So both sides pretty equal for me. Now let's say I don't have good range in my calves. What's going to happen is I'm going to sit back. I can't get any further. So for me to be able to get into a good catch position, I'm going to round more in my low back. All right? So key is you want to work with the capacity you have, but build mobility, you know, and the motor control at the same time. So if you have a hard time kind of visualizing that dorsiflex position that we were just talking about, you can also get on the ground. Actually, when I come over here now, if you look at the PVC button for his left foot, it's not as much, okay? It's probably about 3.5 inches, but he's still missing range on this side, one of the biggest joints in his body, okay, the ankle. That's going to affect him in the row and his ability to generate force. And do you notice that when you're rowing, like the difference between left to right? Okay.
It's the one thing that I consistently think about when I'm rowing, when I'm actually feeling my own body out, is that this is my limiter. My right leg is my limiter. I can't get that shin as vertical as I can my left shin.
Got it. So Shane is missing the plantar flex position, which is that when he pushes off, he gets that's plantar flexion. So the end position of a row, he's missing that on his right side, and he's also missing that starting position on his right. So he's going to dump power on that right side. So that's a common problem we see. So let's talk about the fixes for it.
How do we fix that?
Let's just stop talking about the problem. Let's fix this crap. All right, so
I need solutions.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and just actually sit back on your heels. If this is, so he's able to get into this position, but some of you might not be able to, so you can put ab mats underneath the bottoms of your feet, all right? But we're gonna grin and bear on this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead and sit back, hands, so you might wanna move forward just a little bit. So sit back, hands flat, and gently lift up your right knee. And then bring it down, and then lift up your left knee. So you kind of get to march it out.
Yep.
So you're kind of stretching out the front of your shin gently with movement. So it's a mobilization with movement, okay? So as you do it, you want to do this for at least 2 minutes straight. Okay, this isn't just like a 30-second wham bam, thank you ma'am, it's like a 2-minute deal.
A question, in this position I find that my hips are wanting to...
Round? Yeah, so doesn't feel like better, does it?
No.
Okay.
No, once again.
So if this is a struggle for you, you can also bring your hands forward a little bit, just to the side and do the same thing.
Yeah.
But if you can sit back, so if you don't have, you can do this. Think about driving your belly button towards your spine.
Oh.
And that also is a good kind of hip opener as well. So we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Right.
Next thing is the dorsiflexion component. So we always like to go after the joint capsule first, not just the soft tissue. For the ankle dorsiflexion mobilization, there's always things you can do, such as calf stretching, calf smashing, but we want to tackle the joint. So you're going to take a band, say this thick or maybe an inch wide, I should say, inch or 1.5 inches wide, and you're going to put it as close to the ankle joint as possible, low on the ankle, so closer to the foot. Okay, and pretend like, you know, you can have a buddy or you can just attach the band to a rig. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your foot toe forward and you're gonna put your hand on top of your knee. You're gonna drive your knee straight forward, okay? But you wanna keep that heel down. No picking up the heel, it's cheating, okay? So drive that heel, or that knee straight forward. Go ahead and bring your knee back slightly. Go ahead and drive that knee outside that little toe, okay? Bring it back. Drive that knee straight forward. Okay, so this is the same position you're in, one leg, when you're in the rower. Okay, drive that knee back. So you can kind of oscillate between outside that little toe and straight forward, and you want to do this for 2 minutes straight. Okay, you can then retest your dorsiflex position. But this will ultimately help save your low back and pelvis when you're in the catch. And the plantar flex position will help you when you go to push off the rig.
Yeah, love it.
So thanks Shane for being the rig, and I really like to be the rig for you too. Okay,
Thanks.
have a good one you guys.